Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we had Diamond Select Toys, the Crow Deluxe action figure, and a huge shout out goes to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible. It comes in that newer style deluxe packaging, which I like a lot. It has the windows on the side and the top and the front, so it just lets the light in so you can really see what you're getting with the figure. On the back of the package, we have a shot from one of the scenes in the film, and we do have some read-up information. Here we have a close-up of the read-up information, so feel free to pause it if you'd like to read it. The Crow figure straight out of the package comes with a pair of gripping hands equipped. Now the Crow figure comes with one alternate hand, and that's for the right hand. And it's that iconic hand from the film of like when he got shot and he's like looking through the bullet hole. And you can see they sculpted in the details of the bullet hole and stuff. It just needs some red paint on there, but it's cool because you can have him holding it up and you can have his eye peeking through the hole. And it's just a really cool add-on. One of the accessories this figure comes with is a tombstone for Eric Draven, looking awesome with some great dry brushing. The actual dirt for the stand looks really nice, has paintwork and texture throughout. And they even added a little bit of a saying at the bottom. It says, "Just whisper my name in your heart and I will be there." So that's pretty cool to have that. But something that Diamond is not scared of is painting their figures and accessories. So this thing definitely has it, and it looks great. I mean, it's all over. They didn't just paint one side. So really nice, solid looking tombstone. Here we have an accessory that goes with that tombstone accessory, and that is the crow. And this bird looks awesome. Tons of sculpt work, even has some paint dry brushed throughout the figure. Got the little feet. Looking really cool. Again, just so much sculpt work in such a little piece. Here we have the crow and the tombstone together. The crow has two little pegs that pegs into the top of the tombstone, and they just look great together. We also get a second crow with a hell of a wingspan. This thing is awesome. Again, all that sculpted in detail. Got the feet out there, just looking really awesome. Even got some paint throughout. Again, the dry brushing is subtle, but it's enough for this crow that doesn't take away from the look. And one thing that is odd, it has a butthole. This thing has a big old port in his butt, and we don't got anything to hook it up to, like a flight stand or anything. So I looked through the packaging and didn't see anything. I guess they had an idea for it, but they never followed through, but they left the butthole. Now, one of my favorite accessories this figure comes with is his Stratocaster, and this is a very iconic guitar because you see him playing it throughout. There's only one other guitar that he plays in the first film, and that is Ibanez, and that's only in his flashback. But this is the one that he's playing on the rooftop, and just a sick-looking guitar. I love the gloss paint. It has a little bit of wear on it. It's got the pick guard. The strings are painted. The frets look great. I mean, this is just a overall sick looking accessory that you can use with other figures. Even the straps actually can move out of the way, which is nice. All this crazy detail. We're going to zoom in here for a second and get some crazy reflection of the lights, but look at all the detail. I am quite impressed. We got this silver part of a plug, I guess. Got the back. Even got the little silver piece right there. I mean, just tons of paintwork and detail, and it's just a really nice looking guitar. Here we have an up-close look at the crow figure, and his head sculpt is phenomenal. I think it is a awesome head sculpt, and you can definitely see the Brandon Lee in the head sculpt, and you can see a little bit of like a comic-y sort of inspiration. And I'm not going to say cartoon or anything. I'm going to say comic because the Crow originally was a comic book that was then turned into film. But Either way, the head sculpt's phenomenal. I love the paint work. And let's talk about the paint here for a second. He actually looks like a guy wearing makeup. It's not just solid, bright ass white. You actually can see some of his flesh peeking through the makeup as he's a guy wearing makeup. Even his lips have color going to them. And instead of them just being solid black, his eyes are brown. I mean, it's really, really well done. Now, taking a look at the duster, tons of texture work in it. It looks leather, has dry brushing to bring out the texture and the wrinkles. Tons of sculpted in wrinkles. We even got the little tie, and it's wrinkled all the way down. So that sculpt is very, very clean, very nice. And keep in mind that the arms are going to be sleeved, so you're not going to be really taking this jacket off, or else he's going to have sleeved arms. And they're sculpted and wrinkled really nicely. And he has like his flesh hands with the electrical tape wrapping around, going through his hands. Each one's a little bit different, which is nice. And then we get into his undershirt, which they didn't hold back at painting and sculpting. We got the ring on the necklace, holes in his shirt, got like the tape going around his stomach with the rope or whatever that is, painted buttons on his pants, more rope or barbed wire looking stuff. Pants are wrinkled nicely. And then he gets into his classic like combat boots that are done really well with the tongues hanging out because he didn't tie them up. Just a very cool looking figure. Now let's go ahead and dive into some articulation on this bad boy. And his head can look down like so. You can only look up so far because his hair hits the back. But I mean, you get full 360. A little bit of angling going on there with a little bit of attitude and stuff like that. But you get some nice, like, look at that motion right there. Just a nice natural motion out of the head, which is good. Arms don't really get a full T-pose, almost. And I might be able to, nah, it's going to break if I try to push it. So no T-pose out of them. Full 360. His elbows do a 90 degree. We get wrist rotation. And then, of course, you know, we're going to get the wrist bend going on as well. So that articulation's there. We also have a ab sort of cut up here. So he's going to be, it's hard to see with the jacket. Like, I wish I could just sort of remove it a little bit, but he can lean back and forward this much, as you guys can see. He basically can do the whole swivel hula hoop. And then we also have a waist swivel down here as well. So two types of articulation there. We get these hips that I'm not a fan of, but I mean, I guess they just got to go with it. You do get some nice kicking right there. We get the thigh cut pretty much mid-thigh. We get the knee joint, gives you the 90, and then it pivots at the knee as well. We get ankle bends and pivot. Now, as for doing like the splits, man, you got with these hips, they can do crazy splits. And then like he can kick back even a little bit. Like this is a little bit more pliable than I was actually expecting. So it's nice to be able to, you know, get him into some poses and not have restriction from the jacket. I'm telling you guys, the guitar accessory is badass, and he can actually hold it and look like he's playing, which is awesome. I was very concerned. I'm like, man, they didn't really give us guitar holding hands and stuff, but it definitely works with the gripping hand, and the angle and everything in the strap doesn't look bad. Nice and thick. So it's very, very cool that you can just have them just jamming away. So I was messing around trying to find a good way to display this crow, as it didn't come with a flight stand or anything like that. It just had the little sort of clawy type of bird feet. And I did sort of rig it up on his guitar, and it doesn't look bad this way. You can also play around with the crow, prop his feet up in the hand, and then balance it on his hair. You know, that's sort of what I was doing. And I have the guitar flipped around, and you can see that the bird pretty much stays in place very well. It's pretty nice. I don't know why I'm calling it a bird when it's like a crow. But the guitar, you can just have it hanging upside down. With this being on that pivot in these two spots, you can sort of rotate it so it's not looking crazy, but still just like a really cool way to display your figure. You can even get the crow crouching down, well, as much as you can get crouched down, looking at his own tombstone with the crow on top. This figure could definitely use some double jointed elbows, definitely double jointed knees, because that's as far down and you can't really get him into a full crouch. You know, it would be nice, but we don't get that. But I mean, for the articulation and what this figure comes with, it is definitely a sexy figure. Diamond Select definitely knocked this figure out of the park. It is an awesome looking figure. Sculpt works phenomenal. You got the awesome head sculpt. I really love the head sculpt, honestly. It is a beautiful head sculpt. Tons of paint, tons of accessories, worthy to be classified as a deluxe figure. And I mean, the only gripes I really have, I mean, I'm not a fan of those hips, but you really can't see it with the trench coat. The elbows could use double jointed, but it doesn't really break the figure. What really would have been nice is to have double jointed knees, to be able to get a little bit further down to the ground to look at your own tombstone for the crow would have been so good. Like, I got him somewhat crouched down, but I would have liked a little bit further. But besides that, I mean, this figure is definitely worthy of shelf space. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Crow comic and the film, and this figure definitely hits all the right spots. It is a beautiful piece, and that sums up my unboxing and review of Diamond Select Toys, the Crow figure. If you guys enjoy my content, please hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, help the channel evolve and grow, and also hit the silver bell notification so you know when I post up a new video. And most importantly, I want you guys to go show some love to Diamond Select Toys. Their websites and links are down below. Go check them out. If you see some figures that I review that you want to pick up yourself, go check it out down below and see what's coming out as well. That's all their information down below. Diamond Select. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.